Eala admits concerning rise of fake content about her. Manila, Philippines. If you've been following Eala's career, you've probably seen that Facebook post that includes a photo showing her hugging a man in a wheelchair after her first-round exit from the Australian Open. The story behind that scene is quite touching. The man named Marco saved up all his money and even sold his motorbike to be able to watch Eala in her breakthrough main draw appearance in the first Grand Slam of the year, all this while battling cancer. Marco then caught the eye of Eala after the match, and she ran up to the man and embraced him. In another photo, Eala was shown signing a tennis ball with her right hand. Except Marco is not real. The photos are AI-generated, and Eala is left-handed. While the story paints Eala in a good light, it is sadly one of the countless fake content about the Filipina tennis heroine, who rose to stardom over the past year following numerous historic feats for the country and her ascent to the world top 50. Eala said she is conscious of the growing misinformation about her online. That's not really under my control. I don't have power over what other people post. I'm aware that there have been a lot of fake news articles, said Eala after her exit from the Philippine Women's Open, where she lost to Colombia's Camila Osorio in the quarterfinals on Thursday, January 29th. It is concerning because I see sometimes they get a lot of likes, and it's difficult, I understand, to tell the difference when you see it online. Rappler and The Nerve previously reported that several tennis-themed Facebook pages bank on clickbait and sensational content about Eala for profit. These Facebook pages first build an audience base of tennis fans, post made-up stories that drive up engagement, and funnel traffic to external sites, which display multiple advertisements and earn thousands, up to millions, in pesos, depending on the number of page views. It is the same case with the Marco content posted by Tennis Mood, as it leads to a website that is peppered with ads. Eala encouraged people to be more discerning of the information they believe in. I know a lot of people sometimes can get misinformed. I guess my take would be to tell them to just try to find reliable sources of news, and just try to listen to the dependable outlets. That's all I can say, she said. Thanks to Eala's rise, interest in tennis is at a high in the country, which staged a WTA 125 tournament for the first time and hosted multiple top 100 players. Eala knows her popularity and influence come with a responsibility. I do my best because I know that, especially on the international stage, I represent quite a big demographic. It's such an honor to have this support and this community rally behind me, she said. The digital court, Eala's struggle with fake content in a viral world. Eala isn't just making headlines for her blistering serves and rising tennis rankings. The 20-year-old Filipino sensation is also confronting something far less tangible but equally challenging: a surge of fake content, misinformation, and fabricated narratives circulating online about her. This digital dilemma is not part of any Grand Slam draw or world ranking chart. It's a manifestation of the broader information age, where stories spread at the speed of a click and where fame often becomes an unlikely target of distortion and invention. A rising star in the spotlight, Eala's tennis journey has captivated fans in the Philippines and beyond. She has reached significant milestones on the WTA Tour, including strong performances at WTA 125 and 250 tournaments and breaking into the top ranks of professional tennis. Fans celebrate her victories and root for her every return to the court. With this rising visibility, however, comes a digital reality that many modern athletes and public figures now face: misinformation, and sometimes outright fabricated content about their personal words, actions, or life events. Eala's acknowledgement of this phenomenon is candid and telling. After a match at the Philippine Women's Open, she publicly spoke about being aware of misinformation in circulation and expressed concern about how easily some people might be misled. That's not really under my control. I don't have power over what other people post, she said. I am aware that there have been a lot of fake news articles. It is concerning because I see sometimes they get a lot of likes and it's difficult to understand the difference when you see it online. Her reaction is notable not just because it comes from a top athlete, but because it reflects something deeply human and media-aware: a recognition of the complexities of digital communication, the difficulty of discerning truth online, and the responsibility of audiences to think critically. Misinformation, not just noise but a threat to truth. While it might be easy to dismiss fake news as mere noise, or just background digital chatter, the reality is more complicated. Misinformation can distort reputations, sow confusion, and mislead large audiences. A particularly illustrative case involved a fabricated story that alleged veteran broadcaster Mel Chanko had insulted Eala. The posts claimed Chanko directed harsh words at the tennis star, remarks she never actually made. Chanko herself publicly refuted the claim, clarifying on national television that she never insulted Eala and that the stories were, in her own words, fake news. Similarly, fact-checking organizations have identified AI-generated content and fabricated quotes falsely attributed to prominent figures, including claims that Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese had disparaged Eala before a major tournament, none of which had any factual basis. These examples highlight how artificial intelligence and misinformation techniques can manufacture entirely false narratives that nevertheless spread rapidly online. Moreover, sensational claims about Eala's charitable activities, alleged donations, and even invented personal relationships have also surfaced on social media and unofficial websites. Many of these posts, while flattering in tone, are demonstrably false and appear designed to drive clicks, engagement, or simply confusion. Why it matters: the real impact of fake content. At first glance, fake quotes or exaggerated claims about a tennis player may seem harmless or trivial. But when misinformation proliferates, it chips away at the foundations of trust, credibility, and meaningful public engagement. For the subject of the misinformation, in this case, Eala, these distorted narratives can create confusion about her actual words and viewpoints, making it harder for fans to understand who she truly is. Divert attention from her real accomplishments, replacing meaningful reporting with clickbait. Cause emotional friction as supporters may need to defend her against claims she never made. For audiences, particularly younger or less media-literate users, discerning truth from fiction online becomes a real challenge. When fake posts receive thousands of likes, shares, or reactions, it becomes increasingly hard for casual observers to distinguish what's credible. Eala aptly highlighted this problem, urging people to rely more on reputable news sources rather than trusting everything they see online.